Well, hello everyone. Today I want to talk a little bit about mindset related issues because the mind is very important for singing. And I want to talk about expectations. All right, when it comes to singing, expectations will have a huge effect on the way the voice comes out. First of all, there are the expectations of the people who are listening to you, and then there are your own expectations, and then there is your perception of what everyone else expects from you. So there's like all these different angles of expectations. Now, when you feel you cannot deliver what others expect from you, then you get nervous, you get all constricted, your body reacts to what your mind is telling you. So here's the thing, I want you to reframe everything. Reframing everything is so powerful. So instead of the words that come out of your mouth and the words that are in your mind are very important. So instead of thinking, I am afraid, I suck, you have to reframe that to something positive, because if you're already expecting something negative because you feel like you cannot live up to the expectations that someone has from you, you're going to be nervous. Your voice is just not going to work. Your posture is going to suffer. Your breathing is not going to be like it could be. Your support is going to suffer. And just your commitment overall and your expressiveness is totally going to suffer because you have doubt going on in the back of your mind. So reframe this. If you feel like you cannot deliver what's expected, tell yourself that the truth is, is it actually true? What do people expect? I mean, really, we always tell ourselves these stories of like they expect perfection. What do they expect? What does your voice teacher truly expect from you? Well, I'm sure that your voice teacher expects you to have practiced, to have tried something. Does he or she expect perfection? Probably not, but it's probably what you're telling yourself. If you're not doing it perfectly, it's just not good enough. I'm not going to show them. I have this all the time to where my students are like, well, I'm not ready to show you. But I want to see the unfinished product because that's what teaching is all about. It's not about seeing perfection. It's about seeing you fail and then helping you identify what it is that is not working so we can actually do something different. And the next thing is, what do you expect from yourself? What is it that you expect? Do you have a realistic expectation? Yes, of course, our goal is to sound amazing, but that's something we can't grasp. It's just too broad of a term. What do you expect from yourself? To be a great singer, of course, ultimately. But what makes you a great singer? Reframe this whole thing and just tell yourself, in order for me to be a great singer, and be what I expect it to be, these are the things that I don't like right now. And instead of saying, well, it just sounds bad, identify what it sounds like. Identify the quality of voice that it is that makes you think that it doesn't sound good. And ask yourself the question, always ask yourself the question, is that really so? You say it sounds bad. Ask yourself, is that really so? Is that my opinion or is that really so? Even when someone else says it doesn't sound good, is it really so? I have tons of, like 99.9% of all the comments below my videos are very positive. Every once in a while, someone will come in and be very negative and say something, that's not constructive criticism. It's just something like, why are you saying that? Someone who obviously has time to be negative, although it's not going to help anything in this world. Why? Why? Is it really so? Is that true? Is it true? Or maybe it's not true. But how do you measure, it sounds good or not? Now, if you say, I'm off pitch, that is something that is measurable, that is very specific, and we can say you sing off pitch or you sing on pitch. Now, if you're singing off pitch, then you have identified a problem that you have, and you can actually approach it from a direction of I think I need to do more ear training. I need to do more tuning exercises. I have videos about all of that, how to sing on pitch and how to fix flat singing, how to fix sharp singing. How do you fix it? And then go to work. And to me, reframing this changes my thinking from, it's a negative thing and it's just not working and it doesn't sound good too. Oh, I'm so excited. I know what it is that I need to work on. Now let me go to work and let me get it done and work hard on fixing this Because then I have this perspective of like, yay, I'm looking forward to the day when I have this fixed and it's much better. And most things in singing are not like a quick fix. Sometimes you can do one small thing, it'll have a huge effect, but it does take time, for it all to become automatic. So the expectations you put on yourself and whatever you think others expect and whatever others truly expect, if someone expects something from you that you just can't deliver, if you are a bass baritone and someone expects for you to sing a high C, that's just an expectation that you're not going to live up to it because it's just not possible, right? So whatever someone expects from you, ask yourself, is that something I can even deliver? Is that something I can even work toward? And, sometimes someone may tell you clearly what they expect, and then you have to, ask yourself, is that something I can actually deliver, like within that time frame? Or is it impossible? So there are things that I will not commit to and I will not do, and I will tell people, no, that is something that I'm not going to do, because if you expect that from me, it's most likely not going to happen. So it's really important to have boundaries and to know your voice and to know where you need to start protecting your voice and yourself from, getting in this position of doing something that is just not what your voice wants to do or needs to do. I took on one gig once and I should not have. Just an example. They wanted me to be the soloist at a church concert, and they hired me to do a piece. And when I looked at the sheet music, I was like, whoa, this is just low in my voice. And I was hired as a soprano. I'm a high soprano. I'm a soubrette, lyric coloratura. So I'm really good at the agility stuff and the higher stuff. That's where my voice starts shining and sparkling. And it just was all mostly below A4. And that's not where my voice really shines. It was all low. I shouldn't have committed to that gig. The result was everyone thought like, oh, it was really beautiful. And I mean, I sang it, it was okay. But it's not where like this, wow, you sound amazing comes out of my voice. This is a whole different area of my voice. And so I should not have done it, because the expectation to sound like a mezzo could not be fulfilled by me singing that low as a soprano. So just an example to things that if they're expected from you, don't do it. Just don't do it. Also, if sometimes there are bands and they turn themselves up so much and they expect specific things, and if just be true to who you are and your voice. Don't get in this situation to where you want this thing so much to you would sacrifice anything. Don't sacrifice the health of your voice and you being happy with what you did. But again, ask yourself, reframe everything and ask yourself, is it really true? Is it so? Is that really what is being expected? Or is it just something I'm telling myself? If you want to dive deeper on mindset issues and mindset things, because the mind is so important for singers, check out my free course, How to Achieve Any Goal. So this year has just recently started. We're still in the beginning of this. Then check out my course. The link is below. It's bit.ly/yourgoalsnow. Have a great day. Until next time, always keep on singing and always keep a song in your heart. I often get asked if anyone can learn how to sing. And the truth is, anyone can learn to improve their voice. Now, how far you can and will go is only up to you. It depends on where you started and how your brain works, how your practice works, and how your vocal cords work. You were born with